live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Carlos Phoenix. I am going to make this part of Garage. I was thinking about how am I going to incorporate this into Garage, but you know what? I'm going to do that anyway. It is a special presentation here, and we're on Facebook right now, but we'll be on YouTube, and we're also going to be on the Garage website when it's up and running. We have a special guest today. So I've been friends with a guy by the name of Tito, and Tito told me about this artist, and I've been really excited about, getting details about this artist because I started following him on Facebook and on Instagram and been checking out his work. And so we're going to talk to him, and right now I'm introducing you. You already see his name right here. We're calling him kinUp, and this is kinUp Live here in Manhattan. What is going on?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Great to be here.
Sweet. How are you, man? I appreciate you coming down. I'm gonna do a little multicam here. Give me 1 second.
All right.
And we're gonna set this up right. So all this is real time live, folks. So forgive me of being a little pain in the butt, but it's good when we have both of us on camera because that way you guys know how we're engaging and interacting.
Sure.
So, dude, welcome to New York.
Thank you, bro. It's my first time.
So now we're also streaming on your Instagram, right? Or is it?
Kick.com.
Kick.com. Okay, very cool.
Music, for sure.
So, and that's under kinUp?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
kinUp Music there.
kinUp Music.
Oh, yeah.
So those of you who may not even know what Kick, I'm the older guy, but Kick apparently is a platform where streaming is the thing. And so we're streaming both live here on Facebook, and we're also streaming on Kick.
Kick.com.
Kick.com.
Music.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. You live in Atlanta.
Yes, sir. About 20 minutes away from Atlanta, so it's Noonan, Georgia.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm familiar because I lived in Noonan, Georgia as well. My kids grew up in Noonan. They went to Noonan High School and a few of the other schools in that area.
Yes, sir.
And so tell me a little bit about you. Like, when did you start doing music?
I would say, honestly, my whole life I've just been in the music world and just singing and stuff like that. So middle school started chorus, kind of learned at that point, okay, I'm decent at singing. High school, decided to not do that too much. Middle school, I also played in the band trumpet. So I really learned how to read music that way and understand melodies and what pitches and stuff like that. And then going into the high school, I just was like, yo, that band stuff's lame, So I took a break for a little bit and then decided to kind of do my own thing. Since then, I've been engineering people for around 5 years, and the last 2 years I've been seriously taking my solo career.
Okay. So you've been engineering. What do you use to engineer with?
Pro Tools.
Nice. So you're a Pro Tools guy.
Yes, sir.
I'm an Apple dude, so I like to, play with a few of the other apps. But but Pro Tools is also on Apple. So what am I talking about?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so what exposure did you have to music when you were young? Like, are any of your family members musicians?
No. Actually. I'm from Nashville, so maybe I got it from there. But I moved to Noonan when I was 6.
Oh, there's deep roots, of music in Nashville. So I totally understand that.
I moved to Noonan when I was 6, so maybe within those 6 years, I kind of got the vibe from Nashville, But then from there, nothing in my family. My dad's really into music, so he always would show me bands while I was growing up. Be like, yo, check out this cool Tool song or something like that.
So what kind of music are you into?
I like rock music, rap music, rock, rap. That's kind of my genre. I like to mix those together.
Interesting.
Show it up, show it up, now show it up. Show it up, show it up, now show it up. Show it up. Show it up, now show it up. Show it up, show it up, show it up. I took the safe route, doors on the red roof. Money my safe too, Gucci my shades blue. I took the safe route, stars on the red roof. Money my safe too, Gucci my shades blue. I come to save you, diamonds go women and only the fam. Ooh, come to my shows, ooh. I'm in your bitch turning up on the floor, ooh. Riding the road, ooh. I'm on my way to the top, that's I'm full, ooh. I need to show you, I need to show you, show it up.
And so did playing instruments help at all in that arena?
No, I actually forgot how to even do any of that.
You know what?
So
That's
long
fair
ago.
because when I was young, I played cello.
Yeah.
Throw a cello in front of me now, forget about it.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably pick up the trumpet and play like 3 notes.
Can you read music?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, very
I
good.
can still read it a little bit, but yeah, I definitely can't play the trumpet anymore. I tried to pick up my trumpet the other day, and like all the pedals were stuck, and I just couldn't even use it. It's been sitting there.
And so
long.
what do you play with now in terms of genre of music that you're performing?
Yeah, it's mostly rock rap. I have a couple EDM songs in the mix as well, but mostly rock rap, all produced by me. So I'll get somebody that I know plays guitar, and I'll record them. So I engineer and produce all my music myself.
Cool.
So I'll like help them write a little bit, you know, give them melodies to bounce off of, and get that down, and then I'll get a drummer to come in and record him, mix all of that, and then I'll go in and write my lyrics to it.
Cool.
For sure.
So you write and you produce.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're doing this for other people, and you're also now coming out with your own stuff.
Yep.
Very cool. How much have you put out already?
I have 4 songs out right now.
Okay.
I have a little EP, and I have some coming soon. But it's been about 2 years since I dropped anything. But now we're really taking it serious.
And so now you're really focusing on full time.
Exactly.
And what about in terms of like music videos or things of that nature? Are you playing with that at all?
Yeah.
I wake up every day, I don't feel shit. I lose my mind, I see dark like a pumpkin. I've been better, have to tell you I don't feel it. And fuck that bitch that used to lie about that real shit. I'm too far gone, I had to run away. I can't believe.
Definitely. We got some in the mix. I have this song called We Live.
Okay.
It's a really motivational song, kind of about just being in the down and then coming out of that, and we live, we strive, we grind all day. So really about grinding. We're gonna film a music video up here in New York, so that'll be cool.
Awesome. So now there are some comments. I'm going to see if I can put it on screen, but if not,
Okay.
so we got Ola, we got let's see, Chorus Rocks. So there's some people making comments about you being in chorus.
Yeah.
And chilling like a villain. We got some good comments here.
Big
And
chill.
hello, welcome Anna and let's see, Elizabeth. What's up?
everybody?
So SkinUp is his name. Yes, they're like
Yes.
SkinUp. So can you explain a little bit about the name?
Yeah, definitely. In high school, I had a mentor back then, and he actually gave me that name. Me my
And why
friends were
do you
chilling
know
out.
why?
So I smoke hella weed, to be honest. And it
Okay.
actually is an old 60s term. It's a British term that means to roll a joint. And I just stuck with that since. And it's literally always been my
Now
name.
is that part of what you sing about or no?
Actually, no. it's
Okay,
really
no, that's
not.
good.
Yeah, it's just kind of just my personality of smoking weed and how I am, you know,
Okay.
for sure.
So, all right,
actually
now, so
old
you have an
hippie.
opportunity, you're doing music, and is there like a particular message that you're trying to put in your music, or are you just
Yeah.
really just doing stuff that pertains to life?
It's just more lifestyle. I do want to help people get out of depression and help them get over their anxiety as
Okay.
well. So it's a lot of it's about that. I myself suffer from that. So
Oh, I was about to ask that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely. I definitely want to help people, and it's my greatest thing to get like a message from somebody saying like this song really helped me through whatever I was going through. So that's why I do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no influence from family members. What made you get into rock hip hop?
You know what?
Like, did you hear somebody and say, you know what, that's what I want to do?
Yeah, I would say MGK has been a big inspiration of mine. Travis Barker, they've kind of started a new genre in that area. Lil Peep has been a big influence, in Juice WRLD. They were kind of like the originators of that stuff. So I just heard that, but really it just kind of came out naturally. Like I was just making that music that I liked, and it just ended up being that.
Okay. So now, if somebody was like right now listening to us and you're telling them, listen to my music, where can they hear it?
Anywhere, all platforms.
Excellent. So
Yeah,
Apple and Google Music and Spotify and all that type of stuff.
For sure.
Excellent. So that's
I got a
great.
couple music videos out on YouTube. My most popular song, I would say, is Punk Kid. That's a good one.
And now, and I'm going to ask about like the songs and what they're about and stuff.
Yeah.
But in YouTube, what would be the page?
Just kinUp. kinUp Music or
Excellent.
kinUp. Either way, it will come up.
So those of you who are watching, if because we're all about support, on the screen, that is how it's spelt on Instagram.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Thank you.
Follow. So the idea here is we're looking to not only support artists, but really get an idea of where the music is coming from, where they're, I like to let you guys know who the artists are, what they're about, and stuff like that. Because sometimes you don't find out till later, right? Like, we listen to all the drama that some music artists go through, and we don't know why. Like, we don't know what's going on in their lives and stuff.
Right.
And here we got, Mr. Skin up here, where we're talking about their beginnings, their youth, the influences, all that type of stuff. And it's just a little insight, because if you listen to his music, you'll hear that the stuff is really good. And so we wanted to kind of get in the early stages, and I've done this before.
At the beginning, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I want to be able to support that, and I want to be able to push some of that so you guys can become part of the fan base. And then with that support, you help people, rise.
We can't do this stuff without you guys. Please just go check it out, and if you want to, share it.
So Imran, thank you for joining. You guys, without your support, none of this is worthwhile. Right. So, cool. So let's go through some of the songs. What out of your songs that you've written, what would you say is like your favorite?
Some unreleased stuff. But
so the new stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's
sure.
good, because now people are gonna be like, okay, now I gotta hear it.
Yeah.
So what makes it so like?
I've just gotten to a next level with the stuff. Like, it's been 2 years since I've dropped music, so obviously you're gonna progress in that years. I've been doing so much behind the scenes with like trying to get better at it as well. Last year I was working at a music studio in Atlanta and really learning how to like get even better at
Do you want to mention the name of the studio? You don't have to.
Yeah, we can. Astro Studios.
Okay.
They're pretty cool. 21 Savage performs there. Polo G.
Now, are there any known music that we can hear that you produced?
Yeah, definitely. You can go check out Kai's music. I've produced some of Tito's songs as well. Who else are we talking about? Yeah, y'all go check out those for sure.
Now, what is it about those songs that you think is going to be like awesome?
Just the production wise, it's just like way more for sure.
And what has changed in the technology that made the production? Or is it just your skills have?
Yeah, it's really just the skills.
Okay, cool.
Learning how to engineer better, learning how to record real guitar. All that kind of stuff,
So you got instruments?
Yeah, real instruments are on there. None of it's MIDI. It's all recorded by somebody and they played it.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
Now, you're releasing these songs around, what's like the timeline?
We're probably doing early next year.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we're already at the end of the year.
Before the summer.
So, okay, so I know other musicians, and I know when they start doing, let's say, hip hop, or because I've worked in the hip hop industry, and I know in conversations, it's been like, yeah, my family's not that really into me doing that.
Yeah.
They kind of don't really support it until they become famous, and then all of a sudden, we love you. Yeah. So give us an idea of what it's like homebound, like at home, where mom and dad is like, turn off that freaking music.
For sure.
What's that going on? Like, what's that story? If it's okay. Like, I don't want to get too deep and personal, but this is the kind of stuff that like people don't realize. And there's new artists that are trying to kind of go over that hump of mom and dad is slowing me down.
For sure.
And should I quit? Should I stop? Is this like the influence that I should not be going after because mom and dad said so?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what's going on with you.
I would say at the beginning it was kind of hard. I even had this time when my dad and my uncle sat me down, and it was before I went to college, and they just, because I wanted to maybe not go to college and just pursue music, and they sat me down. And
That's a big decision.
Yeah, right. It was really big decision. It was the summer before, and they were just like, you know, what is the number of rappers white as well that, you know, make it in this world? What is the odds of that?
Well, do you feel that that's still a thing? I mean,
not honestly.
yeah, because I think that kind of
Right.
stigma is kind of fading away. It's
sure.
music now. Like it's
Exactly.
We got 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Yeah.
And
then plus like Spotify or something, you just get on the algorithm. They don't even know who you are. You know, you just hear the song and they love the song. It doesn't even matter who you are at this point anymore.
There's a guy I've been listening to, and I'm not trying to promote another artist, but
Yeah.
his name is Dax.
Okay.
And he's this black gentleman who does hip hop, but then he throws in country.
Yeah.
So you know, I feel that kind of mix with what you're talking about.
Oh, that's fine.
And then on top of that, he throws Christian.
For sure.
So it's pretty awesome. And I'm not really that. I can't say I'm a huge hip hop aficionado. Like,
Yeah,
you know, I don't know
for sure.
all the hip hop music.
Right.
But I mean, I've been in it. I worked in hip hop videos. I worked with big names like Busta Rhymes, the biggest in under my wing in terms of work that I've done. And I've done the album cover for KRS-One. Trying to get a painting inside the 50th anniversary of Hip Hop Museum here in the Bronx.
Yeah.
So you know, even though I'm not a huge hip hop person, you know, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes down to the conversation of, you know, you're a white gentleman in that genre of music, because
sure.
now it's really just about the fact that that genre allows you to express.
Yeah.
So what do you feel is the message that you want to express within the music? And I'm sure it's probably going to be part of the next few songs that you release.
Yeah.
But what is that mission there?
Just to, you know, overcome what you're going through, really. I want people to know that, like, there's light at the end. I've been through so much, and there's definitely light at the end. Like, I'm at one of the points in my life where I'm the happiest right now. And probably 3 years ago, I was probably the lowest, too. So, you know.
Now,
I
I know I was playing with you before, not playing with you, but, you know, joking with you.
Yeah.
That I was going to ask your age.
Okay.
But now that you're saying these things about life,
Yeah, for sure.
now I want to know.
26.
Okay.
Yes,
So you've been through some, I guess, drama,
Yeah.
for lack of better words.
Definitely.
Any, like, without getting too detailed, what would you say is your biggest drama?
My biggest drama.
Like, for example, around your age, you know, I was doing something in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And something huge failed.
Okay.
And I can honestly say that's probably the closest I ever thought about becoming suicidal, as an example.
For sure.
And so I'm okay with expressing it now, because now
Yeah.
I'm double that age.
Right.
You know, I can comfortably say I'm all right right now.
Yeah,
but you know, you're still kind of in the midst of that type of thing in terms of your
and
youth.
you know, everything's not all good at all times, for sure.
100%.
I would say the biggest drama I've been through was 3 years ago in Noonan. I don't know if you heard about this, but that tornado that came through there.
Oh yeah, like
me
really
and my
tore
family,
up the whole.
we actually went through that, and it destroyed our home, and we had to rebuild, you know, and just we had to move away. It really put a halt on my music career as well, because I had to help my mom out with the house and figure out what we had to do with that. It also had me in a place where, you know, I'm not in my house comfortable, like where I am. I had to keep on being at that house and just not enjoying where I was at that time, because I'm forced to be here, you know, like I would rather be at the place that we were. So yeah, I would say that tornado was a pretty big hit on my life. Made me mature a lot, though, I will say that. But you know, we get through it.
It's amazing how life occurrences,
Yeah.
you know, you can only enjoy those stories, and not always enjoy, depends on what occurred, but
Right.
they really become the strength that you use
For sure.
now.
Yeah.
You know, you
I was thinking about titling one of my songs EF4, because the
Oh, wow.
tornado was.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that was the strength of the tornado. So I was thinking about titling one of my songs that.
So I want to thank, let's see, we got Marvin, we got Andy. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you
What's up, y'all?
stopping by. So, all right, So we're gonna get into the midpoint because now we gotta switcheroo. We gotta get
Yes, sir.
Tito on,
Facts.
and we got a timeline here. So we're gonna have to do the switcheroo.
Facts.
But I'm gonna keep the cameras live while we do this little switcheroo. So
Facts. Hey, everybody go follow me.
before you go, thank you.
Thank you. Hey,
You
Carlos.
came all the way down to New York
Yes, sir.
so that we can have this conversation. We could have done it virtually, but
Right.
but that's awesome. And are there any other missions that you're accomplishing here in New York this week?
Yeah, we have a meeting tomorrow with some people that are in the industry, and then tomorrow night we have a performance.
Awesome.
Yeah, Brooklyn Music Kitchen.
Sweet. So if you're in New York, Brooklyn Music Kitchen,
Y'all come out.
be there. It's going to
8
be
p.m.
awesome. 8 p.m.
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh yeah.
All right. So thank you guys, and thank you, SkinUp.
Yo, Carlos, appreciate you, man.
No, my pleasure. And
so
hopefully we
much.
can do this again when you're like rich and famous, and I'm like,
Hey, we will.
yo, I got my TV studio. Let's come
will.
down. Let's talk.
We will.
Let's make this happen. Awesome.
sir.
All right. So
you.
now we're going to do a little switcheroo, guys. I'm going to try and set up some other graphics while we are still live. And if you are here, feel free to put some comments on the screen. Let me clear up some stuff here. You know how we do. So, excellent. All right, we're good. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, you got both microphones on?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Alyssa, what's up, Alyssa? How are you? I hope you enjoy the rest of this interview. So we got Tito.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
All right, so we got Tito. What's going on, man? All
Man.
right, that might be too bright. If you can dim that one and maybe even probably dim that one. Because Tito is slightly dark skinned, but thanks to the light, he is whiter than me.
Yes. Yes. Shouts out to Carlos.
What's up? So we're live in multiple platforms right now. Right now, for mine, it's just here on Facebook, but we got Tito going live, we got SkinUp going live, and we're just having a good old time. So Tito,
Yes, sir.
I have not seen you in forever, my friend. So I've known Tito for many, many years. Back in Noonan, I also used to live in Noonan, and Tito was this incredibly talented teenage young man, learning music on GarageBand, and then eventually going up to Logic. And now, what, you using Pro Tools also, or what's the story there?
We're here, man. I'm actually on Ableton now. I use Ableton. I'm familiar with Pro Tools and more, all the other software as well.
Okay.
But I guess my go-to would be Ableton for now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, well,
That's Ableton.
that's cool. I just got Logic for the iPad just to play with it.
Wow.
I don't know squat.
Really?
Like I really don't know anything.
Funny enough, you were the one who put me onto Logic.
I remember that.
so
I remember
shouts out to
I remember
Carl.
having a conversation with your mother and like saying, "Look, this kid has got some talent. Have you heard the music he's doing on GarageBand? This guy, if he had a little extra bandwidth, and Logic is actually the same team that makes GarageBand makes Logic, so it's just a natural upgrade. And then you, self-taught, mastered it. Like you just were on it, and then you were just coming out with music back to back, back to back. So this is now years later, and I remember I had actually interviewed you on. I had a Facebook page called the Lounge Network, and the Lounge Network, that interview is still there.
Yeah.
With Digital Madhouse. So you're still with Digital Madhouse.
We're still here, yeah.
And
Yes,
so,
sir.
so what are you doing now? Tell me.
So now we're pretty much still doing the same thing we were doing. Now we're just more in the artist development side of things, just kind
Sweet.
of behind the scenes. Just I personally get a kick of just like assisting and building talents and helping build what we would consider superstars of tomorrow, the superstars of tomorrow, basically.
Okay.
Type of thing.
Well, and so tell us a little bit more in terms of like the type of genres that you're supporting and that type of stuff under Digital Madhouse.
So that was actually a very tough, a tough obstacle, I should say. tough hurdle for us because it was hard to just stay on one genre and just kind of like just stay there. You know what I mean? Like I've always very much like kinUp, you know, and a lot of other counterparts. We like keeping things diverse. I enjoy, you know, a little bit of I mean, anything, honestly. You know, I enjoy alternative rock every here and there. You know, I enjoy even certain country songs every here and there. You know, like nothing against. You know, we were brought up in a society where we're kind of like, oh, I like everything but country. But honestly, there's actually some.
Well, country I thought was fantastic when I lived in Georgia.
Yeah,
I'm not a person that sits down in the radio and listens to country, but if it was like the local bar and they're performing, there's something about live.
Right.
Like jazz, I'll go to a jazz club and watch it play live,
Right.
or an orchestra. I'll go to the Philharmonic and watch it play live. Do I tune on it in the radio? Not so much. But seeing people like tapping the guitar, you know, hitting that bow on the cello, whatever, haven't been done that myself. It's something that I enjoy is watching people perform live instruments and stuff like that. So you're in this kind of new venture. How many artists are you working with right now?
So I usually try not to take on too much work, I should say, but I usually could handle about, right at the moment, I'd say about 4 or 5, 6, I guess, if including myself.
Okay. And so now back in the day, another thing that I thought you were excellent with was the music video stuff. Like you would shoot your own music videos. You know, and they weren't, you know, so like I told you guys a story. I met him when he was a teenager. He started getting into music, all that type of stuff. But he was not doing like home video style music videos. This guy was like going next level music video production. And I was very impressed. And he's using like basic tools. So how's that going? Is that part of your progression?
So I actually, you know, and it wasn't until recently I realized, like, you know what, I think I had something going with the videos. You know, so I'm actually, you know, tapping back into that lane and just trying to pick back. You know, they say it's like riding a bike, you know, kind of thing.
Well, so back in the day when I was doing music videos, you know, we had something called MTV, and all that's kind of gone now.
Right.
Yet music videos is still a huge, massive way of marketing and pushing the music.
Absolutely.
So I still watch music videos on YouTube. Of course, they have the channel called Vivo, and so it's a very powerful tool to really attract and let people know a little bit of that artist, what their skill sets are, what they're capable of doing, you know, and just sharing that music. And it's a shareable form of media. Unlike music, music's not that easy to share. You don't just go to Spotify and hit share and then it's on social media. But a music video, you can.
Yeah.
So it's a huge marketing tool.
They did kind of change the game now with Spotify, and technically you are able to do that now, but
I don't see my feed full of Spotify links.
But well, the links no, but I think there's like other ways that they could incorporate it. But to add to your point, I agree. Yes, you know, when you have the visual, it does invite the audience now to have a peek into your world, into your mind, essentially, to be able to really like paint a picture outside of the words. You know? So
are you now in the early days? You were going by the name DJ Tito. Are you still into DJ Tito?
Yeah, you know, and that also came with the new journey that I've currently embarked in. Just kind of I felt like, you know, the reason why it's no longer DJ Tito is because it almost put a ceiling.
Understood.
You know, shout out to my bro Apocalypse, by the way. He was the one who you know, great mentor. He's the guy who actually we were just having that conversation back and forth, just how the term DJ it just kind of puts a ceiling to what we're doing.
Understood.
But essentially, I am a DJ.
I get it. Well, not only just hearing you say what you just said, there's a certain amount of growth that I'm hearing from you. So I respect that. Thank you for sharing that. So what's next? Like, you know, here you are, you're in New York. What's the next move?
So you know, we're headed in the direction of wanting to kind of do what the original vision was, which is just get our company established. Well, in the books, I should say, and just kind of continue building relationships and navigating our way through this industry. It's something that it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's very much it's very much worth it, I should say.
Okay.
You know, I've gotten to meet a lot of great people along the way. I've also you know, learned a lot.
You've been through it. I mean, so I mean, just in any entertainment industry stuff, you meet some good people, you meet some bad people, you meet some, you know, you go through the whole roller coaster of drama in entertainment, and it's definitely a field that you don't know who to trust and that type of thing. And then once you've gotten scarred a little bit, that's when you start getting into knowing how to maneuver correctly and knowing how to make those right moves. And I think you're kind of getting there and doing this process here and having kinUp as part of your I guess your toolkit, so to speak, is a good beginning. So I appreciate the fact that A, you're sharing that with me, and that we get to share it with the audience. So
Absolutely.
what's happening now? So here you are, you're in New York, you guys are gonna have a performance. What else is going on?
So you know, I've actually I've been just going, since we're on the topic of kinUp. I've actually kinUp is someone who's, man, I mean, the music is self-explanatory. You know, I think that outside of the music also, we established a very solid relationship outside of music. We were actually friends for a while before the topic of music even came about. We spent a lot of time just playing video games and spending real time, I should say.
Well, that's good. I mean, the reason I say that's good is because you create a certain trust factor, basically what I was just talking about.
Correct.
And like even me with the entertainment industry, the people that I'm re-linking up with are people that have known me for decades.
Right.
And now I can call them up and say, you know what, remember I had this dream? And they're like, yeah, we used to talk about it, this and that, you know, not with beers or anything, but whatever. And now I'm saying, yo, do you want to join the fun? I'm going to make those moves now. And then even you reach out to me all the time saying, okay, when are we going to, you know, put some stuff together?
Yeah.
And so I think in all our lives, including kinUp, it sounds like, you know, it's where now is the time.
That's right. I feel like, you know, honestly, like we're living the dream, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm living the dream right now. I think, you know, it's.
Well, I'm going to correct that a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to say that we are making the dream. I don't believe in that. Like we're not on a roller coaster in terms of something else is controlling it. I believe that we have to create it. And I think that's I think that's the point of me doing these shows.
Right.
Is to let people know. In every interview that you've heard, you will hear how each person has literally grabbed the handles of their steering wheel and maneuvered. It wasn't maneuvering itself. They realized, and you're hearing it here, they're realizing that the only way to make anything move is by steering yourself. You don't trust the road, you don't trust what's the headlights, you trust you. And that's how you make things happen. So you're hearing it today. So I love the fact that you're driving now. I'm glad you got your license, right? I mean, that's what it is. You know, all the damage, all that type of stuff is just you saying, shit, like now I got my license and I got it the hard way.
Right.
And so I hope I get to join your adventure and be participant of it.
Absolutely.
Having these interviews is definitely part of it.
Absolutely.
And so hopefully we'll see some more growth with kinUp and Tito. And so before we go, what else do you want to tell us? You came all the way to New York.
So I've actually you know, and shouts out to my girl, man. She's actually put me on to this thing where and you know, we kind of know about these things already, but it's just real life always gets in the way and things get confusing. But just you know, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that anyone out there listening, or whatever you decide to do in life, just do it with intention. You know what I'm saying? Do it like my dad always says. You know, like if you're gonna do it, do it. You know, don't act like you're gonna do it. Just do it. You know, and be as good as do it as good as at the best of your ability, basically.
That's funny. That reminds me of someone who, when I was young and driving, whatever, and being in New York, when you drive, you know, you're at the will of everybody driving around you. But one thing he told me was, if you're gonna turn that wheel, commit to it.
Right.
Don't be half-assed. Don't like go in and have somebody swerve, you know, and then you pull away and he almost caused an accident for no reason.
Wow.
Someone's going to slow down for you and make that space for you. So if you're going to do that in real life, that's the same rule. You know, if you're going to do it. But don't go in, like the water's cold and you pull out again.
Right.
No, just jump.
Right. That's right.
And that's basically a rule of life, is you got to just commit.
That's right.
And in every episode, that's been the selling story in the show Garage that I do, is they committed and they never hesitated. And at some point, it may not happen the next day, but if you commit, the likelihood of you succeeding is way higher than if you're just going in half-assed.
That's right.
So,
and even you, man, like big ups to you. I know a lot of the supporters now that are watching Garage now. A lot of you are like myself, a fan. You know, we've seen your growth as well, and everything that you've contributed to what's going on now, and you know, you've always been ahead of the curve. I've always felt like you're one of the few people that I could sit down and talk to, and we could really have this real conversation as opposed to, you know, anything else, man. So big ups to you, man. You know,
I appreciate that.
You came a long way from the, you know, from the lounge, and you're still growing.
What's funny is if you look at any of my early videos, like some of this technology that I'm even using today just never existed. And now I love the fact that these technology people are allowing me to use that technology, in terms of sometimes I get to have first dibs of using the technology and show it off and maxing out what it can do. You know, because a lot of people are watching that, you know, if they've never seen me before or watched the video before, or any of your fans from kinUp and what have you, and they're watching like camera switching and graphics and all that type of stuff. That didn't exist before.
Right.
And they're watching and they're thinking, oh, somebody else is doing the switching. Meanwhile, here I am, literally on my lap, I'm doing this. And you were there in the early days when none of this stuff even existed. I had to use a big fat computer and, you know, big fat lights and all that type of stuff, and, you know, and it was crazy. But now we can literally just be anywhere we want. This isn't even my studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were able to set this up, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and here we are.
That's right.
But listen, man, so much luck to you and your endeavors. I really hope that you know, you're focused on your goals and you just keep going for it, and kinUp as well. I hope you guys have some great music that we can all listen to, and we're definitely going to have another interview where we're going to be able to show off what we talked about. Now, I'm going to have an edited version of this episode on YouTube, and I'm going to mix in some of the music videos and audio and that type of stuff. So those who are here live, I appreciate it, and I will be able to post it, and I'll share that post on Facebook as well. But I appreciate you guys coming down.
Thank you.
And letting me kind of enjoy this moment as a part of your adventure in your future. And thank you guys for joining us here on my Facebook, and this will be on Garage, the netcast on YouTube. And then there's more to come. I got all these plans coming up, so hopefully you'll join me on that adventure too. All right, guys. Take care.
thing,
Thank you
man.
so much.
2024, man. We got a lot of big stuff coming, man.
Excellent.
Shout out to Carlos Phoenix. Shout out to kinUp, man. Digital Madhouse 2024, 25, 26. You know what it is, man. DJ Tito, man. AKA Tito. Love.
All right. Thank you. Take care, guys. Ciao.
Killed it.
That's so good.
Fire. Fire.
Carlos, you're so good.
Killed it, man.
Oh,
I knew
thank
he
you.
was gonna kill it.